Hey guys, welcome to Newtola. So in this video, we're going to see about the most expected question in the chapter of Newton's laws of motion. So before going to the video, if you didn't subscribe for Newtola, do subscribe to it, and your comment and one like will give a motivation to us to make future videos. So do share it with your friends. It may also be helpful for them. So let us move into the video. Before that, subscribe to Newtola and press the bell icon on the side of it. So guys, we are going to make the first video. Before moving that, we will see about the laws of motion, the three laws that are given by the Newton, which will be helpful for you. The first law is every body remains in the state of rest or uniform motion unless acted by an external force. So if some object is moving without any external force stopping, it does not stop. You may think that if toy is moving, if without the external air force, there will be no stoppage, but as there is air force against it, there is stoppage. So it's not applicable in the earth because there are some external forces acting. The second law is the amount of acceleration of the body is proportional to the acting force and inversely proportional to the mass of the body. This is the second law. The third law is every action there is an equal and opposite action. This is the most spoken up law in the real life situations. So let us move into the questions. The first question is, a body under the force F is equal to 6 I cap minus 8 j cap plus 10 k cap acquires an acceleration of 1 meter per second square. The mass of the body must be. So in this case, we should obtain the value from the vector equation. So what we are going to do is, we are going to find this value. So what will be the value? 6 square plus 8 square plus 10 square whole root, which will be 10 root 2, right? What is 10 root 2? This is the force. So F is equal to m into A as per second law of Newton. So force is 10 root 2, acceleration is 1. So what will be the mass? Mass is 10 root 2 kg. So this is the answer. So these are simple type of questions which can be even asked in your NEET exam, because NEET consists of only simple type of questions. These may be directly given, that force may be directly given instead of these vector quantities, and they may ask your acceleration. This is one of the expected questions in your upcoming NEET exam. So let us move into the next question, guys. So the next question is of different type, but it is easy if you understand the question. In a rocket, fuel burns at the rate of 1 kg per second. This fuel is ejected from the rocket with velocity of 60 km per second. This exerts a force on the rocket equal to. So guys, do not expect the same question to come in your upcoming NEET exam. We are only making the important questions with the important concepts that can be expected in your future exams. So let us see the question. In this question, they have asked that the rate of, that is mass per time, dm by dt, mass per time, fuel is burning is 1 kg per second. Okay, the velocity of the rocket is 60 km per second. If you see what is meant by f is given by, according to the second law, mass into acceleration. Okay, v into dm by dt. We should convert this one as meter per second. So guys, the other thing is, what you should do is, you should know the other formula even. So this is the important aspect why I gave this, I settled this question. So the thing here is, momentum is given by force into time, otherwise called as impulse, right? So what is the momentum change? It is given by mv. Okay, then if we want force here, what we should do? Momentum by time, right? So here we have v and we have dm by dt even. dm by dt is this one, v is this one. So you should convert this one into kilometer to meter. So it will be into 1000, 60 into 10 power 1000 is v. dm by dt is equal to 1. So how we should multiply is 60,000 into 1 is equal to 60,000. So that is the answer for this question. So the answer is B. So you should remember that always, that impulse is equal to momentum change, right? So force is equal to momentum by time, that is rate of change of momentum. So you can solve this question like this. So let us move into the next question. So guys, this is an important question related with the change in momentum in the chapter of Newton's laws of motion. This is highly expected, this one, but you should you can remember the formula easily to solve the question, but even I will explain you so that you can understand the thing. A body of mass 3 kg hits a wall at an angle 60 degree and returns at the same angle. The impact of time was 0.2 seconds. The force exerted on the wall is. So as I told you before, what is momentum change. So guys, in this case what it is happening is, I'll explain you detailedly. In this case, the thing here happening is, this mv cos theta and this mv cos theta are getting cancelled. Here mv sin theta due to this one and mv sin theta due to this one are getting added up. So the change is 2 mv sin 60 degree. So you will get 2 into, they didn't give the velocity. They the question is not feeded with velocity. The velocity is 10, right? So 2 into mass is 3 into velocity is 10 into sin 60 degree, it is root 3 by 2, right? You will get an option of 30 root 3, because 2 will cancel, 30 root 3. So this is the final option you would think, but this is not the final. So this is change in momentum. So we should use the time to find the force. So I will rub everything and show you. The change in momentum is given by change in momentum is given by 30 root 3. Force into time is equal to change in momentum. Force is equal to delta P by T. Delta P is 30 root 3. Time is 0.2, which will give you 150 root 3. So the option is this one. So this is an important question expected for your need, guys. So let us move to the next question. So the next question is related with the change in momentum. An explosion blows a rock into 3 parts. 2 parts go at right angles to each other. These two are 1 kg first part moving at the velocity of 12 meter per second. 2 kg part is moving at the velocity of 8 meter per second. If the third part flies off with a velocity of 4 meter per second, the mass would be. So you should keep a concept that internal forces does not change the momentum, linear momentum, yes, and internal torque does not change the angular momentum. If only external forces act, the linear momentum will be changed, and if only external torque is acting, in the future it will come, because torque is related with the topic of system of particles rotational motion. So if there is no external torque or external force acting, if there is external no force acting, there will be no change in the linear momentum or angular momentum. So with this concept we will move. Bomb blasting is related with only internal forces and does not relate with the external force. So bomb is blasting, so they are moving at right angles. That is an important point. So which means a body is moving, 1 kg is moving with 1 kg is moving with 12 meter per second, and another is at right angle. 2 kg with 8 meter per second. So to cancel this one, the another body should move in this direction, so only it can cancel the total momentum. Total momentum will be 0. So this is, we will take in the vector form. This is I cap 12 m into v, that is 12 into 1 I cap. This is 8 into 2 j cap, that is 16 j cap. So what will be this one? This will be square root of, according to the resolution of vectors, this vector should cancel. Wait, I'll use another color. This vector obtained by the resultant of these two should cancel this vector. So what is this vector? You should obtain root of, from vector to scalar, 12 square plus 16 square. You will get 144 and 2, you will get 400, 20 meter, 20 you will get. So this is the momentum. Okay, the another one is moving with velocity of 4. This is the momentum, is equal to mass into velocity. So velocity we found is at 4, so mass will be 5 kg. Okay, so this is the option. These bomb blasting problems are also highly expected as the before question, so see to it. So let us move into the next question. So this is a type of question related with the what tensions and friction, etc. So let me tell you, the coefficient of static friction between the block A of mass 2 kg and the table as shown in the figure is 0.2. What should be the maximum value of block B so that the two blocks do not move? String and pulley are assumed to be smooth and moveless. So what are the forces acting in this case? Okay, what are the forces acting in this case? Here tension is acting. See guys, if a string is there, the tension will always act towards the object. So tension, sorry, away from the object, right? Wait a minute. Sorry, tension will always act away from the object. So tension is acting like this, tension is acting like this. Okay, normal reaction will be there if it is in a plane. And mg, weight due to gravity. This is friction because they gave static friction, frictional force. Down also mg will act due to weight of gravity. So what you should find here is, frictional force is always given by u static into normal reaction. Normal reaction is balanced by the mg. So n is equal to mg. If you substitute this one here, you will get u as mg. Okay, u as mg. Here these friction and tension should get balanced so that the object will not move. So T is equal to frictional force, that is equal to u as mg. Okay, so here what you should do is, what is u as mg? 0.2 into m is 2 into 10, it will be of 4 kg, sorry, 4 should be tension, 4 should be tension acting here. Okay, this tension always guys, if there is the same wire acting, the tension will be same on both strings. So 4 is the tension, 4 Newton should be the tension acting on the string uniformly throughout it. So here also it will be 4. Okay, as this is 4 Newton acting, the tension force balanced by the gravitational force. So 4 Newton is balanced by mg. Okay, g is 10. So 4 by 10 is equal to mass. 0.4 is equal to mass of the B body. So it will not move. This is an important case. Do stop and slowly play the video and see, so that you will get a clear idea of it. So let us move into the next question. Before moving into the next question, this is somewhat the fourth series of the fourth episode of beta series. So we are working guys, we are telling, we respect our other works, we are working so hard to make this video. So if you want any even question papers or anything, you can join the WhatsApp group link given below, and do try to answer the question given at the last in the comment box, and do share it with your friends and subscribe to us, so we will be somewhat encouraged to make more videos. So this was thing I want to tell you. So let us move to the next question. So next question is related with 1000 kg mass car negotiates a bank curve of radius 90 meter on a frictionless load. The banking angle is 45 degree. The speed of the car is nothing is this is simple. Tan theta is equal to, for banking road problems, tan theta is equal to v square by rg, because this is a big procedure but you don't want anything. This formula is always universal somewhat in all times for a neat exam question, so do it with this formula. Tan 45 degree is equal to v square. What is v square? V square you should find by r is what? Radius 90 into g is what? 10. Tan 45 is 1, so you will get 900. 900 is equal to v square, then v square root of 900, which is 30, is equal to v. The answer is 30 meter per second. This is the important problem of banking road problems in the circular motion of Newton's laws of motion. Let us move into the next question. So this is also an important question related to the pseudo force problems. So in case of pseudo force, students might get confused, so I will explain you the thing. A man weighs 80 kg. He stands on a weighing scale in a lift which is moving upwards with uniform acceleration of 5 meter per second. What will be the reading on the scale? So for solving this question, we will need a pictorial representation. That is, he is standing on a lift. Assume that it is a lift and this is a weighing scale. A man is standing here. Okay, the lift is moving upwards with a uniform acceleration 5 meter per second square. So the acceleration is acting upwards, but g is acting downwards. Okay, what would be the reading on the scale? What students generally do with this type of questions is, they think that g is acting downwards, so mg is acting downwards, ma is acting upwards, so m into g minus a will be the answer, but this is wrong. This is the thing happening here. If we do not need to go deep into it, let us shade shortly. In the lift case problems, in monkey climbing down or up problems, like those problems, the pseudo force will act to keep the body in the Newton's inertial frame. So what will happen is, here a pseudo force will act as the body is moving with 5 meter per second upwards. Pseudo force will act downwards, pseudo force. So it will be also ma downwards. So the weight will be m into g plus a, which will be 80 into g. What is the 5 plus 10? 15. 80 into 15 is 1200 Newton. Okay, this is the answer. So I will always remember that if a body is moving up or down, you will think in a way, no, opposite direction you do the problem, it will come, the answer will come. Uniform acceleration is different, constant acceleration different, so it will not be applicable here. Another type of sum. So let us move to the next question. This question is for you guys, so do not forget to answer for this question. The first answerer will be given an awarded thing that I will tell you. We will be surprised with the thing. Do try to answer the question first. So let us move to the next question. So try to answer this question. This question is related to the pseudo force problems. So try to answer. Do not forget to subscribe to Neatwala and share it with your friends, guys. So we will continue to make the videos with motivation and encouragement. Thank you, guys.